What is going on, everybody? It is the one and only Q from Retro Q Game. We are back at it as always. And what do we got here? We got a little bit of the PlayStation State of Play. A 20-minute long broadcast, including some, what they quote, new game announcements, new game reveals, and new content from Sony Worldwide Studios. There could also be a couple of third party stuff in there as well. Some new third party game announcements, as well as just who knows at this point. We'll worry about all of that in a minute because, yes, Jack, I do reckon that all of them will be, or if it does happen, if the new game does exist, it will be on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. It won't be on the Switch because naturally nothing is, but yeah, you get the idea. I mean, they're going to make it a modern game. It's the same reason why Arkham Knight isn't on PC. Not PC. Arkham Knight is obviously on PC. It's the best version of the game and it's on PC. But obviously it's not on the Switch because that game is 4 years old. So it still outdates the Switch hardware. Which is why in 2019 or 2020, when we get a new Batman game, it won't be made within those limitations. It will only be on Xbox One, probably Xbox 2.4, PS4, PS5, and PC. Now, anyway, let's get our little pre-stream out of the way here. We wanna, I can't full screen this until it actually starts. So, what I will do in the meantime is I will say hello. So in the meantime, anyway, we will worry about what we do have coming this time in the state of play. Now, we already basically know it's teased in every way, shape, and form with feathers, whips, chains, whatever you're into. A little bit of slap and tickle, the usual. But they've gone out and yes, Neil Cookman has basically said that The Last of Us Part Two is going to feature heavily during this PlayStation State of Play. Everyone expects there to be a release date announcement or release date reveal. Welcome, stunt. And it's most likely going to be in February. So yeah, it's almost guaranteed that it's February. I think the leaked date was February 28th, 2020. So yeah, it's pretty much going to happen. It's a little bit further away than I would have liked, but at the same time, there is a couple of big games out that in around that period of time next year. Final Fantasy VII Remake, Cyberpunk 2077. They're out within 2 months of that. I don't have a huge big, what do we call it, schedule of play, if you will, for the end of this year. I think I have like 4 more games coming out this year that I want to play, so it's nothing major. So I would have liked it this year, and well, I'm hyped for the game, so I wish it would come out sooner and I could play it sooner. What else do we have? I reckon there will be a little bit of Medieval on here tonight. We already know the release date is the 25th of next month, but I think they're going to show a little bit more of Medieval. It does look, they shot out a new trailer a week or two ago and it looks significantly better than it did previously, which was vastly worrying because the game ran at 14 FPS by the looks of it on every prior build shown off. Hopefully that's changed. Maybe they're going to announce a new Medieval 2 remaster, maybe a new Medieval game. Maybe we'll see a Legend of Dragoon remake. Maybe we'll see a new Ape Escape game. But on top of that, I do think we will see a Medieval demo because a Medieval demo accidentally went live earlier today for a very, very brief period of time, or at least the product page for it did in Japan on the PSN. It was quickly removed and you could not download the demo, but the fact is the demo option was there. So I do think we're going to see a bit of that on here tonight. You still have your hopes, for an Outbreak Day surprise release. Well, Outbreak Day, it's just not going to happen. Isn't that soon? Isn't Outbreak Day like tomorrow or something like that? Something real soon? I can't remember when it is anyway, but that's beside the point. Other than that, what could we realistically see on here? It wouldn't surprise me if they showed off a little bit of more of Final Fantasy VII Remake footage because, well, uninspired genericness is apparently the state of play's forte. But what else could there be? We've already touched on the Ape Escape. We've already touched upon Medieval. They'll probably talk about a couple of other new games that, not new games, but games that we've seen before, the smaller, almost indie style stuff. There's that, what is it, Concrete Jungle or Dreams, whatever they're going to show. It could potentially be Elden Ring. There's talk of with all the teasers for the new Batman game, or supposed new Batman game, will probably if we do see the announcement and reveal of it, it will probably be during this state of play. If you're not familiar with that, they were teasing over the last couple of days where they were showing off the 80th anniversary of the Batman. They were putting up logos on big landmark buildings around the world, and some of them were changing to the Demon's Head, which is Ra's al Ghul, and some of them were changing to the logo of the Court of Owls. So everyone reckons it's going to be Court of Owls / Ra's al Ghul, and yeah, it's supposedly a sequel to Origins, but a prequel to Asylum. There's a big several year period in there, so there's rife with stuff they could choose from. Other than that, oh, that was scary. My headset scared the shit out of me. I'll probably take care of that actually before we get started. I don't want that to happen. Be right back. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere crazy. Now, there we go. I just need to change this. If I remember where it goes. See, I love the Batman games, but the Batmobile in Arkham Knight turned you right off. Yeah, the Arkham Knight stuff was... I don't think the Batmobile sections were as bad as everyone made it out to be. I'll get to that now in a second in detail. Excuse me. But, yeah, I do think that was easily the weakest part of the entire game, but I don't think it was as bad as everyone made it out to be. It was a letdown with how they used it towards the very end, but other than that, the reason why I say that about I don't think it's as bad as everyone made it out to be, for me, Arkham Knight, I didn't actually get to play Arkham Knight until Christmas of 2017. I actually started it the day before Christmas Eve. Wait. Was it the day before Christmas Eve or the day before Christmas Day? I remember spending a lot of Christmas Day playing it because I cancelled plans, or I just dodged out on plans. But, yeah, the details are irrelevant. The point is that I only started playing it in 2017, the very, very, very end of 2017. And I had put up with 2.5 years of everyone going on about how bad the Batmobile was, how shit the Batmobile was. I had previously only played Arkham Knight for maybe about an hour when it first came out, and I had just got to the Batmobile section. The first time you use it, you're trailing through the streets, you have to pull yourself up a building, and that was pretty shitty. But obviously there was going to be more into it, and it was going to be more featured, and you do a lot more stuff with it. But at the time, I had spent 2.5 years listening to people go on and on and on and on and on about how shit it was. And then, of course, I finally get to play it properly, and it wasn't really great or enjoyable too much, but it was nowhere near as bad as everyone had kind of hyped it up to be, if you will. Unpopular opinion, you prefer Origins over the others. I think Origins is probably the worst one, but I have a coloured opinion on that one. If you don't know, the studio who ported Batman Arkham Origins to PC also ported Arkham Knight to PC. So it was pretty buggy and pretty shitty when I tried to play it, because Iron Galaxy are a shitty, incompetent studio. Now, to the point where when I played Arkham Origins... Oh, this is about to start. Let me just drop the volume a little bit. Let me know how the volume and everything is going to go with the state of play in the background. But as far as Arkham Origins goes, it was so broken on the PC version. Even, I only played it like 2 years after launch. So, it's not like I played it when it was still brand new and needed lots of fixes. All those fixes had been over and done with. But, about maybe 20% of the map was completely 100% unusable. Because with the Arkham Origins map, it's kind of shaped like that, if you will. And like everything down here was just gone. And why I say it was gone, it was physically there, but you would swing through every building. You couldn't land on any building. You couldn't land on the ground. Because you couldn't land on any building, you couldn't go into any of the buildings there. You couldn't complete any objective in that bottom quadrant. There was a couple of radio towers or something that I had to do, as well as places I had to go into. Couldn't do any of them because it was physically just unable to interact with the entire environment. If you tried to land, you would fall through the ground and fall to your death. It would happen on a building. It would happen on any building. You could glide through the walls of buildings and just come out the other side and stuff. It was absolutely awful. It was terrible. What is going on here? But anyway, that's enough talk about Arkham. Potential Arkham sequel. What else do we think is going to be on here? What we might see a new siphon filter for all I know. I probably wouldn't mind a new siphon filter. I don't know if I'd play it or not. Depends. There's so many different variables. But I would really love a new Ape Escape. Really. I really like Ape Escape. And I've been dying to play it again earlier this year. And then it turned out that a couple of days later was like a 20th anniversary or something of Ape Escape. And then they teased a little bit more with a screenshot or a tweet and whatnot. So, I would love a new Ape Escape, a new proper Ape Escape. Just give me a PS4 Pro game patched with a performance mode for Ape Escape. It would be glorious. Oh. I think, is this the proper presentation starting? No, not yet. Still starts in 4 minutes. Other than that, what we've covered, I feel like we've covered a lot of everything. They might go over some Gran Turismo stuff. They probably won't announce the new one, but they'll probably talk about some upcoming DLC or some shit for, what's it called? GT Sport. They will probably announce, I don't know, God of War DLC. Who knows? They might show off a little bit of Death Stranding. What other ones do we have? I'm drawing a blank on upcoming PlayStation games. Ghosts of Tsushima might have a little bit of an appearance. We haven't seen that one in a while. And I think that's really it for Sony's known upcoming big stuff. But we just don't know yet. That's the beauty of this. I do think that's pretty much everything covered that I not only expect from this, but that I would also hope for from this. Because there's just so many stuff they can go for first party stuff, third party stuff. Like, I'm even trying to think of upcoming third party games. I mean, unless they show off a little bit of Call of Duty, do they really need to shoehorn in some Call of Duty stuff into a 20-minute PlayStation State of Play? We know it's out very soon. We know it's Call of Duty. We know this, we know that. Same with Battlefield, same with, I think FIFA's already out, same with Madden, all of that kind of stuff. Oh, SSX Tricky Remastered would be beast. But unfortunately, that's probably never going to happen. Also, when I looked over at the chat, that stuck out to me as like, I'd like Sex Tricky Remaster. I'm like, what? But no, SSX Tricky would be beast. My PS2 SSX Tricky file is 100% complete. Every character, 100%, including all the secret stages. Everything. I love that game. But unfortunately, SSX as a series has kind of fell off and just become a disaster. And not to mention EA don't like remastering their stuff. I think EA only have, I believe, 2 remasters out. There's only one I can think of, actually, and it's a Burnout game. I don't know if they have any other... Command & Conquer Remastered is coming soon. But other than those two, I don't think they have any actual other remasters. And not to mention music licenses and all, too. I realized they could probably just, instead of redoing the old ones, they could just put in some new ones. As long as they got Run DMC and they got It's Tricky, that's all that matters, I guess. But I don't know, that's it. I hope they don't use any of this time for games that we already know about. Or at least games that are already out or extremely high profile. We don't need to see Ni no Kuni remastered in this. I don't care if it's a 20-second ad just to say that it's out. We don't need that. I'm trying to think of other recent games as well. Anything that's come out over the last maybe few weeks, we don't need a reminder that it's on sale. That kind of stuff. There's a lot of things that in presentations like this, they show off stuff they don't need to. And that's just a waste, especially when it's 20 minutes long. Something new, God of War DLC. Yeah, that could work. I'm not a fan of God of War myself. There's another big Sony series that's really... We could see something like Ratchet and Clank, or... I was going to say Ren and Stimpy. What's the other one? Jack and Daxter. There could be more of that stuff. We'll probably see some of Dreams as well. I don't know. There's so much that there could be. And to condense it down and squeeze it into anything meaningful in a single segment within a 20-minute presentation is worrying. But regardless, we're 25 seconds away, so let's hope there's something good. I will crack open my sustenance before we start. Not spill it everywhere. And let's go. Throw this in there. See if I can get it from here. Oh, I missed it. Right, show starts. Let's go. What are we going to open up with? Also, let me know the volume. We could also see Iron Man. Oh, this is the PlayStation 4 front turn-on thing. It's going to be green for eco mode. No.
Peggy 18.
Okay. I'm guessing The Last of Us 2. Opening strong, maybe? No. Oh my god, it's a shitty intro. Sony love their crappy intros. I remember years ago. Oh, this is actually a game, is it? Humanity. Indie games for days. Okay, so it's Lemmings 2.0. It has a little bit of potential, I'm not gonna lie. It's a Star Wars one. I mean, I appreciate what they're going for. I can dig Lemmings-inspired games. But I just don't know if it's something I want to play anymore in 2019. Crap, I wasn't paying attention how long this segment went on for. Don't know who Enhance and THA Limited are, so I can't speak for it.
Hey everyone, it's time for another State of Play. We're really excited to share some great games and surprises with you today. Starting with that exclusive reveal of Humanity.
Oh my god, they've even changed their logo or their layout for
new look at
Nintendo
Call of
Direct.
Duty Modern Warfare, an epic new entry in the blockbuster series.
Why are they wasting time on this? I realize it's marketing and they're partnering with Sony, but everyone knows Call of Duty.
This is bigger now. Chemical weapons have fallen into terrorist hands.
You know what?
They could be anywhere.
We need to move fast.
Just seeing all this. It's all, I think.
Talk. I need your help.
It's supposed to be
my people have known something worse than
a reimagining of Modern Warfare, isn't it?
If you stay, we can help you. But if you stay, you fight.
Yelling out to him.
The invaders of my country have no regard for human life. We live like this every day.
Any further complications and we're at war.
Let me get this clear, right? I don't dislike Call of Duty. It just doesn't appeal to me anymore.
Daughter, join us.
I lead soldiers. You train killers.
But we are all killers here, no?
How about you, Captain? Are you gonna let them die?
The Kremlin has suspended all deconfliction channels, and chemical weapons are now in the wild. Fix it.
Where do we draw the line, sir? You draw the line.
No, sir!
A new Medal of Honor.
Wherever you need it.
I wouldn't trust EA to do a new Medal of Honor.
The off switch. We're all just pawns in this.
You speak for yourself.
They completely destroyed that series in the last like 4 games.
Yeah, but we're a little crazy, aren't we?
It feels like they
The rules of engagement.
completely changed Captain Price.
If you can't identify the target, you are the target.
It feels like they just put Jason Statham as what's his face? Captain Price.
Enemy reinforcements approaching the bank. We advise you to gain and
Disgrace the Rocksteady and then Arkham Knight.
Thankfully, we won't have much longer to wait. Call of Duty Modern Warfare lands on PS4 this October. Now, from the imagination of the creator of Katamari Damacy and Nobi Nobi Boy, comes a long-awaited update.
I appreciate that they're doing new stuff though. I will say that. I appreciate new games. Now you can see why they're going so hard with The Last of Us 2 promotion. Because they know that the rest of the presentation would probably be dirt without it. And I stopped watching Spider-Man Far From Home to watch this. Katamari Damacy X Pikmin. Yeah, well the problem is they're going to get all the shit out of the way early, and that will leave 4 minutes at the end, which will all be promoted exclusively for The Last of Us 2. I just don't have much to say about this. He just unrolls himself like, what are you buying? I can't read that name. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Wattam? Wattam? That's not gonna go over well with the world. Yay, that game is...
We can't wait to play it. The wonderfully wacky and whimsical world of Wattam comes to PS4 this December. Okay, prepare to embark on a gorgeous new journey with another first look.
Techland. That's Dying Light 2, isn't it? Oh great, it's another pastel indie game. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. At least Ori was good. I know loads of people who are probably watching this and creaming their pants over this game. In fact, there's one person in particular, after this ends, I'm going to find out if they were watching the presentation. If they were, I'm going to say, I bet you loved such and such a game. Or if they didn't, I'm going to link them the trailer and say, hey, look, I bet you love this. And then they will. So it's obviously something to do with like Vikings and their afterlife when they're off to Valhalla or whatever, being burned from the Viking burial path to the afterlife, whatnot. What about it's just called Viking? Or Valhalla. Viking is my money. Arise. Arise, chicken. Chicken, arise. BillyWitchDoctor.com.
Arise is coming soon to PS4.
Rockstar.
Now let's see what Rockstar Games has come
VR
into
files
PlayStation
for
VR.
LA Noire. Yeah. It's the one that's been on PC for a few years.
We have a witness who confirms that you were arguing, that your wife ran out, you followed her, and didn't come back.
I know this looks bad.
My adventures would be much better than that
not
distracted.
true.
Come on, you know that.
We argued, all right? But she went out, and I went out after her, and she jumped in a car on the corner.
Still looks better than the Switch game.
She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers.
Jack, you know
Me,
what's
her
up.
own husband.
Wait a no.
My wife.
No, I know who you are. No. You just outed yourself, boyo. You just outed yourself with
The
that
good
comment.
news is LA Noire, the VR case files, is available at PlayStation
Oh,
Store
exposed.
today.
Exposed. Where am
And
I?
that's just a taste of what's coming for PlayStation VR players.
Got him! Got him!
Oh, new Space Channel 5. Oh, great. Wait, no, never mind. This is all shitty PSVR stuff. Which I think is funny, because Borderlands 2 I was looking at earlier in VR. On PC, of course. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that VR operative game looks kinda good. I'd never buy a PSVR though. Fucking waste of time. I have a Rift I barely use. Oh yeah, Space Channel 5 VR, kinda funky newsflash. Autumn 2019.
We've got more for you to check out. Get ready for an update on Medieval.
Here it is,
Here's
the Medieval
your chance to
update.
get your hands on a demo of the eagerly awaited experience.
Demo.
Launching today on the PlayStation Store.
I called it. Coming to the PlayStation Store today. Depending on how live this goes, we might switch over to the demo live. If it's live now. The PS. Distracted, you're gonna get exposed for that one, Distracted. I'm gonna post an image I have for you on Twitter later today. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do it right now. Yeah. If I can find it. Claim the dance helmet. No, I just want
Be sure to play the demo
show
to
everyone.
get Dan's helmet when the full adventure rises again this October.
We're 7 minutes from the
At
end.
long last, a legendary series makes its debut to PS4.
What's this? Civilization? Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're six minutes left, and no sign of the last of us.
War. We are not amused.
Sending out this tweet. Oh, you know what? I'm not. I'll DM it to you. You're gonna get exposed. You bought the Switch Lite. See, there is so much wrong with you right now. Civilization. Wow, when you think about it, even the Switch got Civilization before PS4. Talk about late port machine.
PS4 players will finally get the opportunity to expand their empires in just a few short months.
I pressed the wrong button there.
You might have heard
Death
Stranding
Stranding
from director Hideo Kojima.
5
is
minutes
launching
left.
this November. We've got something very cool to show you.
If we don't come together again, humanity won't survive.
Hey look, they might actually reveal gameplay. Oh no, never mind, dramatization, not actual gameplay. Oh, Death Stranding console and controller, okay. No interest. Vertical stance sold separately. I had that game pre-ordered, but still. Barely.
This limited edition PS4 Pro will be available on launch day, starting November 8th. Now let's check in on After Party. Do you think you can beat Satan in a drinking game if it meant you escaped hell?
Hell basically runs itself nowadays.
Trying to refine this image.
Yeah, I have to assign tortures and cleanup, priest skeletons every once in a while, but people typically know what to expect. Except, well, these two morons I keep hearing about. Milo and Lola. They're friends their whole lives that then go and die like 2 minutes before graduating college.
There you go, you just got DM distracted. Get wrecked.
They go through processing, get their personal demon, the whole thing. But then they take a cab ride from Sam, and she goes and blabs about the loophole.
That voice sounds really familiar.
Like I didn't already have enough to do tonight, you know?
Featuring Lord Stan. Who is Stan? That's actually Satan, that's just a typo.
I told them to outdrink Hell's monarchs first. You know, my psycho relatives.
It's true distracted.
But to even reach those,
what I gotta do to you.
The losers will have to deal with karaoke crowds, the lava swamps, the fanatics from the Force Circle. I mean, these complete idiots really have no idea what they're getting into.
I need a drink.
Is it?
Oh, don't do this to me. Okay, it's not the stream. Yeah. Come on, YouTube. Refresh. I don't know if the indie games are
After Party is being developed by
not.
the talented team at Night School Studio.
They're probably
and
not
it's coming
exclusive.
soon to PS4. Speaking of coming soon, we've got a sneak peek at October's PlayStation Plus lineup.
PlayStation Plus
Ladder
lineup.
up.
Reminder, everyone: 2 minutes remaining in this presentation. So you're literally just going to get probably a still image or a 5-second GIF with one little line of dialogue and a release date. That's what I'm expecting. Falling so hard like the mayor. You want to bet, Stunt? You want to bet? Oh my God, YouTube, come on, baby, what is you doing? Get that chat off my screen. There'd be bedlam. No, there wouldn't be bedlam because Sony fanboys are fucking idiots and they'll lap it
MLB
up.
The Show 19 will
Less
be
than
free
1 minute
for
left.
PlayStation
Well,
Plus
less than
members
2 minutes because it's
starting in
2019.
October. But wait, today we
look,
can
more
also
PlayStation
share
Plus.
that The Last of Us Remastered is also coming to PlayStation Plus
That's
members
pretty whack.
starting
Who
in
doesn't
October,
have that game at this point?
alongside MLB The Show 19. Our time's almost up, but before we let you
the
go,
last one.
let's take a look at another upcoming PS4 game from PlayStation's worldwide studios.
So let's see. I should time this.
How would you rate our kiss from last night?
Look who decided to join us. All right. You all know the drill.
Run your routes. Mark your logbooks. You run into anything you can't handle.
I actually want to watch this.
You come back.
I think teasers and trailers like this are really stupid.
Tommy.
Because they give away large spoilers by the looks of it.
To finish it.
Which I think
You
is
have no idea
dumb.
what you're walking into.
What are you doing?
Oh, it's Tommy.
You don't know how large that group is. How armed.
I don't care.
Okay, so obviously her girlfriend died, so she wants revenge.
You can't stop this.
It'll be Joel,
What the hell are you doing here?
Told you.
You think I'd let you do this on your own?
So that's basically confirmation about the story, or at least one part of it, as well as Joel is still around. And yep, they're 21st of the 2nd. There's the release date. So I'm okay with the release date. That's good.
We know you've been anxiously
so we'll give it a
awaiting
second.
any news on this hugely anticipated title. Thanks to Naughty Dog for giving us this all-new look at The Last of Us Part 2. And we've even got a release date. Mark your calendars for February 21st, 2020. Okay everyone, that's a wrap on another episode of State of Play. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon, and keep the feedback
I
and
love at the bottom,
coming.
footage
Until
captured
next
from a
time.
PS4, PS4 Pro, PlayStation 4 dev kit, or PC. That's brilliant. Yo, because that's completely, that's great. Anyway, so I just want to talk a little bit about The Last of Us Part 2 for a second. So, I hate the way they give away big story spoilers and stuff like that. And I mean, obviously, from what it seems like, they've killed. Hey, look, it's recommending my own video and the thing on the side. It's it clearly seems like they're killing off her girlfriend, and she's going back at them for revenge, which is kind of tripe and cliche. I mean, I don't expect more from Neil Cookman, but the rest of it, it looks good. It looks good. I never judge proper streams and whatnot too, because you only watch your own videos. I listen to my own videos sometimes. If I'm coming back on the motorbike, or if I'm in the shower or whatever, I listen to my own videos sometimes. Old ones usually. Ones that I've completely forgotten about and go at random. But that's beside the point. On top of all of that, what else do we have? Last of Us Part 2. 21st is promising. That's good. Why is it showing me Brock Lesnar's chest? I don't want to see that. Let's go to give my desktop 1 second. I'm going to swap over everything on the fly here. I just need to get my PS4 controller. We're going to see if that medieval demo is live. So give me 1 second. No, but other than that, what else do we have? You see what I mean? Where yes, you missed the stream. You missed it. You missed literally everything in it. Well, you didn't miss the stream, but you missed the PlayStation stream. It's not showing on. Yes, I didn't boot up the PlayStation yet. You should only be able to see my desktop. I can see the preview image. You don't see the PlayStation just yet. What was I going to say? Yeah, you see why these state of plays are just so boring and so disappointing. It's just like, imagine The Last of Us wasn't in that. This would be fucking slaughtered in every way, shape. Just Just said PlayStation put out the Last of Us 2 trailers and was like, that. Yeah, they finished up with like maybe 60 to 90 seconds at the very end with a trailer, and obviously that would have went live at the same time, so not to spoil anything. But yeah, if The Last of Us Part 2 wasn't in this would be completely slaughtered, completely blasted, lambasted, completely destroyed, whatever it is. Now, because The Last of Us was in there, for shitty media outlets and other shitty YouTubers out there, they will completely disregard the other 19 minutes of tripe and just focus on this as, oh my god, best thing ever, blah, blah, blah. But you see what I mean? These state of plays, they really need a big, big improvement. I can barely remember anything that was in that. Medieval demo, Humanity, there was a bunch of VR stuff, just random flashes of VR stuff. There was one other game that I can think of, or it was Call of Duty, and the Viking game, Arise. Speaking of which, you should go look at Arise. You would like that. I was actually talking about that during the thing. Yes, Medieval is not... Oh, Medieval's not showing on your PlayStation account. Well, luckily for you, I don't care about your PlayStation account, and we're going to try my one. Now, I never usually mess with this stuff on the fly. In fact, I don't know how. No, in fact, I actually don't know how. Because I've never done it like this. Okay, you know what? We're going to do it differently. I am going to stream a window of a capture device. This will work. This is a great idea. Good job, Q. This will be brilliant. No, I'm not installing your update. Device is in use by other software. How do I change this? Untitled scene. Add new. No, it's add new scene, not add new source. Okay, we may be out of luck. I don't know how to do this. What else was shown besides The Last of Us 2? Those things I just listed, basically. But yeah. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to be different about it. I am going to check this myself. You'll still be there. You just can't see what I'm doing. I'm just going to quickly look for the Medieval 2 demo. PlayStation Store. Riveting, I know. All that amazing hot stuff that you can't see. M-E-D-I. No, it's not there yet, by the looks of it. Medieval Digital Deluxe. Medieval. What's in the Digital Deluxe version? Pre-order now to get a super in-game armor set and the Art of Medieval digital book. Let me see if I can go in and there's a demo on the page. Pre-order bundle. Digital Deluxe. No. Okay, so there's nothing for that. That's very... I guess they did say that it would be later. I can't really fault them for that too much, I guess. Let me swap back to PC so we can actually see some stuff. Okay, let me see. This is what I want to prove a little bit here. Let's look at PlayStation. They're probably already... No, they're not going hard with that one. Let's see what these are doing. They're probably already going hard with them. No, they're not even going hard with that. That's surprising. Okay, well, we don't need to worry about that. But that's basically it. As far as the show, it was a bunch of small indie games, Call of Duty, and a bunch of other random lower tier third-party games from bigger publishers and all as well. Because, I mean, they had that game, the what was it called, the Katamari style game. That's obviously from Bandai Namco, so that doesn't do anything funky, but it's still fairly low-end and lower-end. And the rest of the games in there, too. You saw all the names of the studios. No one had a fucking clue who half of them were. No one had a clue. Again, this presentation, 0 out of 10, except for The Last of Us. If you factor The Last of Us in, it gets maybe like a 6. It gets like a 6. I can't get super hyped about it because of that trailer. To just stop showing off big spoilers, you bearded fucking long-haired cook. We know you want to bang Anita Sarkeesian. No one gives a shit, you fucking tool. But that's basically it. Very disappointing overall, with the exception of The Last of Us Part 2. That was decent enough. Yeah. It was actually worse than expected. I go into these PlayStation State of Plays with zero expectations, even though I went in knowing that there would be a little bit of Last of Us Part 2 stuff in this one. And I've still come away disappointed. So, that tells you about everything. Anyway, that's it for the moment. The demo is not live, so I'm just going to leave it here. As always, thank you everyone for joining me in shooting the shit with me in chat. Hopefully being as disappointed or not being as disappointed as I am. I'm going to go continue watching Spider-Man Far From Home because I was halfway through it and I stopped to watch this letdown that I could have watched in a minute and a half when they uploaded The Last of Us Part 2 trailer. But I thank everyone for joining me for that because you guys at least kept me from being suicidally bored. Anyway, peace out everyone. I'll see you next time on whenever, wherever, whatever it is. And, well, until February 21st, 2020, we out.